Unpopular opinion, heavily misunderstood topic. But booth rent barbershops are where you take your clientele, not where you make your clientele. Now, can you expand your clientele in a booth rent barbershop? Absolutely. Can you even make your clientele in a booth rent barbershop? Absolutely. I did it. I moved to Texas 8 years ago. No friends, no family, no network, no nothing. I made my clientele off the door. I ate off the walk ins, but I started making clientele day one. I literally have clients that still drive to see me that I met within the first week of being a barber in Texas. I have about 50 clients that are driving about 45 minutes or more from the first shop that I worked at. So it can be done, but that is the exception to the rule. That is not the rule. That is not the standard. That is not how it is designed to go. Most people don't have the skill set to build clientele, even if they're good barbers, even if they cut hair well. Building clientele is a skill set. And there's nothing wrong with not being able to build clientele. There is something wrong with the entitlement of feeling like it is your birthright to go to a booth rent barbershop and the owner is constantly supposed to feed you leads. Me as a shop owner, if you work in my shop and you cut hair well and or you don't, whichever, it makes no difference honestly. But if you're cutting hair and I'm giving you an opportunity through the walk-ins and you are not building clientele, that's a bad sign as a business owner. As a business owner, I've done everything right. I've created a space for you to work in. I've kept it clean. I've kept it professional. I've kept it friendly and safe and all those things. And if I'm giving you opportunity after opportunity and you can't convert that, we have to take a step back and look at the business. When you work for yourself as an independent contractor, as a 1099 self employed person, it is no one's responsibility but yours to fill your chair. It is not the shop owner. A lot of people have that twisted. Now, if you're a commission barber or an hourly barber, then you would be right. But when you work for yourself, that means everything falls on you. Just as another example, me and my business partner pay almost $7,000 a month to keep our shop open. And you know what our landlord doesn't do? Our landlord doesn't market for us. Our landlord doesn't make sure that our shop has walk-in traffic. Our landlord doesn't make sure that they, do anything to help our business grow. All they assure us is that when we pay our bills and we stick our key in the door opens. That is all we get for all the bills that we pay to keep our shop open. So the entitlement that people come to the table with when they go to a booth rent barbershop is is unfounded. Your booth rent assures that you have a place to work. It does not assure that you're going to get a certain amount of walk-ins. Because if there's only one walk-in a week or 100, your booth rent doesn't change. And if you think that if, well, there's only one walk-in a week, that you should get a discount on booth rent, then you should also keep that same energy when there's 100 walk-ins in a week. Then you should pay more to work there. And if you're okay with that dynamic, then you're a commission worker and leave it at that. But a lot of barbers have the entitlement and they want the luxury of being a self-employed independent contractor, but they don't want the labor that it takes to get there. I'm not saying that you shouldn't work in a booth rent barbershop if you have no clients, but if you cannot grow and retain clientele that way, then you should go to a different type of shop, either a commission shop or an hourly shop. The game needs you all. You just might be in the wrong league. There's no shame in going to an hourly shop. There's no shame in going to a commission shop. But booth rent shops are the big leagues. I would say commission shops are minor leagues, and I would say hourly shops are, you know, the G League. But again, there's room in the game for everybody. Just make sure you're in the right league. I appreciate y'all time.